All right, so it is Sunday morning coffee, $1.99. The shop is dirty and disorganized. I've actually, in 2 weeks' time, thrown down somewhere in the realm of 100 hours. Feels good to be back at it. It really does. The atmosphere out here feels really good. Fuck it. These are the annals and trials of a small shop. I don't do crash bang work, so I'll get modern stuff that needs cosmetic work, but nothing significant. Most of your shops, as mine, get pushed into rural farmland type areas and operate pretty much exactly how I'm operating. Bare bones, shop structure wise, loose, structural wise, building wise, tight as far as space, usable space, and more well-rounded equipment-wise than most any shops you're going to find in the city. You find some really decent shops in larger population areas, but they're not. You know, we've got one shop it's Altoona technically, and they do some amazing custom work, but it's a lot of cut and paste stuff. They don't have an English wheel. They don't have a planishing hammer. They don't focus on that aspect of a build. I mean, they do amazing work, so whatever. So things are evolving organically. I mean, I'm gonna touch some bullet points here, I guess. Change, those indelible points in time that you can point out and go, everything changed here. The shop itself and how I'm getting things organized and moving forward, flowing. Personal accountability, just updating people, keeping in touch with folks. Yeah, basic shop operations. There you go. So, basic shop operations. It's been a really surreal experience getting out here and getting working. It's only been really 2 weeks I've been able to work out here. We've been here a month now. The last 2 weeks I've really been able to work. And it feels good. It's been a good experience. I found probably my best helper I've ever had. And I'll tell you my girlfriend. You know, we present each other as husband and wife, but she's by legal definition my girlfriend. We've lived together for over 3 years now, and we've been through just about every trial and tribulation you can imagine. Yes, that too. She's come out to help. The last 2 days I pushed on this little guy. She was out here helping me. And I gotta tell you, she's one of the best damn helpers I've ever had, which is pleasant because, you know, we don't have to cover payroll for someone outside coming in. I may get to that position I need it soon. I hope not, but we'll see. My goal is to end this reign of terror this year. It's October. I got a couple months, but I'm going to work that out. I've actually cut down, mostly due to being impoverished. I would rather put eggs, milk, and bread on the table than buy a pack of smokes. So it's not bad. The moments in time that are defined, the pinpoints, there's been, I'm not going to sit down and ponder it. It'll take us too long. But 8 or 9 since April, you know. Shop shut down. getting up and running again in the little shop at the old house, having to move out of there, my mom leaving us 3 weeks ago. So many things this year. I'm ready to close out 17. I've got 3 good months to kick ass. I mean, if I can put out 50, 60 hours a week for the next 3 months, I'm getting somewhere, and it feels good. Shop operations. I'm deep as far as delinquent projects, but I went to every owner, and I've got one owner actually since I've moved I have to reconnect with. I've got to dig through paperwork and find this guy's info. I know it's here. I know where it's at. I got to take the hour and dig through all my paperwork and find him, get his number, call him, get him out here. But that's another aspect that I'll tackle next week. A mixing bank. We're going to get a mixing bank. Why? Because we're out in BFE. And I can get into it at the cost of second rounders owners. I can get into it with nothing up front. And it helps me be a little more credible to my vendor, and that being said, gives my specific salesman leverage, a little more leverage. I'm on the map at this point. Fiscally, we're suffering. However, as I pummel things out, that gets better. This back here represents only one project I'm going to be working on for Brian. And that relationship it's its own oddity, and I'm enjoying it. He's almost like having a shop manager without having a shop manager. Gentleman is assembling a nice little team. I'm one thereof. And he brokers the work in and through and manages it. Manages timelines, manages customers, manages the situation. And it's actually a real pleasure to work with Brian. And I look forward to seeing our personal and professional relationships blossom over the next few months. The guy's good to work for. I enjoy the work. He can he knows how to needle me the right way to not piss me off, but get me working, get me moving and pushing hard. Yeah, one of the few. So a lot of my workload is going to shift that way. As I pummel these restorations, I won't go out and actively seek. I'll just keep working. That's good times. What else? Accountability. There you go. My issues of the past, I would ignore a situation hoping it would go away. I guess. I knew it wouldn't, but I guess. I don't know. I can't I can't define the subject by logic, because there's no logic to give to it. It's stupid. But moving out here, I've had a lot of time lately just to sit and stew and think and really inspect myself. But getting on the phone, getting on the interwebs or whatever, going and visiting people in person, taking care of things. Billing cycles fouled up. So what do? Do you wait for these people, your creditors, to call? No, you call them, you make up arrangements, and you stick to it. And that's what I've done here. I've started this process, which is good. It's very important. I'm doing things correctly, as I should have out the gate, and I didn't. That's my stupidity, and it's working. I don't know. This is a whole new defining factor to me, being here. So it lets me stop, reorganize, and focus on what I ought to be focusing on. And the main one is accountability. Just keeping simple tabs on projects and people and billings and creditors. So there's a lot going on. There's a lot of little stuff going on, and as far as the nuts and bolts upstairs, and I had the weirdest occurrence here this last month. I'm looking around and all of a sudden we're the adultiest adults around. It's such a foreign concept to me. Look at me, I'm wearing a Violent Femmes shirt from '96. I've got a mohawk. I'm an overgrown child who plays with life-size Hot Wheels. That's all I really want to do. I want to play with life-size Hot Wheels and hang out with my kids and play and enjoy simple life. That's a bit of a struggle to me, looking around and realizing I'm the adultiest adult. But there it is. That's the factors. That's this week. It's been a good week. I've worked through some mental blocks and issues. This place is like a fucking bunker. I don't get any reception in here, so I plug my phone in and go to work. Sometimes the phone will ring, sometimes it won't. I don't get many calls out here anyhow. There's not a lot of people beating my door down. Though it happens. That's the thing that I'm finding really strange to reconcile in my head. Small shop, I didn't leave a big footprint in the market area. It's not like I was taking from anybody. It's not like I was doing anything spectacular. I do really nice driver quality restorations up to this point. I'm gonna change those gears a little bit and step up that game, but I've got people tracking me down. It's odd. Just seems. I mean, I feel blessed. I feel grateful. I feel humbled to think that I've left that much of a print. I don't understand it, but there it is. So I'm going to plow forward, do the work that's in front of me, and start shifting my focuses to the metalcraft aspect of it. I'm going to work in this coming new year, to up my paint skills, my paint game. And I've got the right people around me to do that, to not only push, but to mentor. Between my buddy Tony and Brian, it wasn't even a question, hey man, you need help organizing the shop for workflow, or you need a hand with, they both came in here and looked around, yep, this'll do, this is all right. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to come in, we're going to get this thing organized to flow. It wasn't a question, it was a statement. And I feel humbled there as well. Blessed life. I've got a strange, blessed life. So I'm going to cut you loose. We're 15 minutes in, it's time. Enjoy your coffee, enjoy your Sunday. I am going to wash a waffle iron and our bacon pan. We're going to have breakfast. And then we got to head into town to help sum up Mom's affairs. Damn. What a strange life. My aim is to never grow up. I'll grow old. What have I got? 20 good years left in this run. I don't want to grow up. I want this childish awe and splendor of everything. I still stand back from a car after I've painted it and went, wow. Or I'll stand back from a car after I've made a panel and stitched it in metal, finished it out, and really pushed my ceiling. And I'll stand back and, wow, that's so cool. And sometimes I'll look down and I'm blessed. You folks have a wonderful day. Thank you.